Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
We have over 700 interviews now. You can see it on our YouTube channel, again at donandgino.com. And we started a group called America's Professional Resource Group because we realize a lot of you out there need assistance in various areas of your life, whether it's financial, it's insurance, it's in home care with our aging population, college planning, you name it. So we developed this group and we put them on you can go find our website at it's aprgi.com, aprgi.com, and check it out. And you can subscribe to the Vault magazine. Doesn't cost you a thing, arrives in your email, with no selling. We're not going to, spam you or anything. And what's cool about the magazine, it's not a bunch of articles. I mean, ads. It is articles, sorry. It's articles that are going to teach you about things you probably didn't know about and should know about that will change your lives. On top of it, we got a bunch of local businesses out here, such as, Salt Creek giving away another recipe. Kind of cool. And a bunch of other great businesses in here, like Gino's wife's in here, Art You Can Eat. Cakes by Nella. We got Egg Plantation in here. All kinds of great articles, including one by Miles McNamara.
I think what's cool about the magazine, I mean, it's always so scary. I'm sure you've heard the term golden Rolodex. And when you have so many different needs out there, and who vets these people that you call, and there's so many scams and so many angles. And what attracted me to APRG is that there's accountability. We're accountable to each other, and if we're going to refer our clients to each other, then there's multiple places where the buck stops.
Absolutely. That's a valid point. And the main reason we did put it together, and the main reason, if you notice, there are groups out there. There are networking groups. There's, Angie List type thing. But we decided to take it a step further because at our level, being in business as long as we have, we're expected to give referrals to others that are just as experienced.
And it's our credibility when we refer somebody.
Absolutely. And you realize that more as you get further and further along. I know you're concerned with, hey, who's in this? You've been vetting this out now for a year and a half or so.
Well, the thing is, especially in my industry, when I'm going to suggest that somebody brings someone that they've never met into their home on any level of home services besides home care that I provide, that's me. That's my credibility that I'm going to suggest you allow someone into your life, into your home, be it, like you guys do home loans, reverse mortgages, or insurance, or any, whatever the case may be. If I refer somebody, that's Miles's name on that. So I've got to be sure of who I'm, referring into somebody's home.
100%. And what's cool, Miles, is that these are all top professionals in Santa Clarita because, we are in our own special world here in Santa Clarita, and being accountable to Santa Clarita is invaluable. I mean, a lot of us don't even trust somebody from outside of Santa Clarita. So all these professionals have been working in Santa Clarita probably been about an average of 20-something years for the entire group. We have some with 30 years experience. At least I think it's 13 years experience. I mean, you got some guns in here that really are accountable to you and doing a great job. So check it out at aprgi.com. Thank you for your input on that.
My pleasure.
Really stoked to have some more valuable information and a valuable team player at APRG. So today, we're here to talk about in-home care, and you always are prepared, Miles, and that's why you have your own show. And tell them a little bit more about, I always like to start off, so there's some credibility of why we have you here and what you do versus just starting to talk about, caregiving. What is Comfort Keepers, and why are they so great in our community?
Well, Comfort Keepers is in-home care. It's an international franchise. We have over 700 offices nationally and a handful internationally. But each office is independently owned and operated. And I've owned and operated this Comfort Keepers for 14 years now.
Nice.
And it's a non-medical service I like to call it a concierge service. We do a lot of hands-on personal care, assistance with bathing, shower, personal hygiene, taking our seniors to the store, to their doctor's appointments, keeping up the house for them, throwing in a load of laundry, going shopping, anything that doesn't take a medical license to do to assist seniors with their activities of daily living. That's what a Comfort Keeper will do.
Okay.
And we always focus not only around the needs of our seniors, but the needs of the entire family. You know, and the family caregiver and the stress that goes into being a family caregiver. And I think I mentioned last time on your show, if you were to put a dollar value to the family caregiver, the non-paid aspect of it,
No doubt.
it's almost a $65 billion industry if you paid family caregivers for the jobs they're doing. You know, I have some.
And nobody
here.
puts a number on that usually. They
Nobody-
just think,
well,
okay,
they're
you're giving
starting.
up all your time or giving up your
Right.
job, or it's a big deal.
Well, it's interesting that, you know, and you know me, I'm a big fan of stats. 65 million, or 29% of our U.S. population, care for a chronically ill, disabled, or aging loved one in the home.
Wow.
So that's
a big
huge
number.
slice. Absolutely. Almost 30% of somebody is caring for someone in the home.
And these are the numbers a lot of you out there, I'm sure, didn't even know. But that's why it's important, and it's only getting bigger and bigger, obviously, with our aging population.
Yep.
And, you know, it's even harder. Back in the day, there was usually, you know, the breadwinner and someone staying at a home, so someone could stay home or bring dad in or bring mom in. But most of us, you know, have two-income families. Both of us are working. It's even harder, isn't it?
Well, it's called the sandwich generation. I mean, that's part of, you know, 37% of family caregivers have either children or grandchildren under the age of 18 living with them as well. So you call that the sandwich generation, in that they're caring for their kids or grandkids at the same time they're caring for their aging loved ones, be it in their own home or if mom and dad lives a state away or down the street or in the next county. It's just a stress level that starts to affect the family caregiver. I mean, they get depressed, they get, you know, their immune system drops, and a lot of times the family caregiver will become ill and pass away before the person they're actually caring for.
That's not quite right.
So you have someone like Comfort Keepers in-home care that provides that respite care. I mean, we can be in the house as little as 4 hours a day or up to 24/7. We have a lot of dementia patients, you know, that can't be left alone.
No doubt.
You know, so it's that peace of mind knowing that they're eating well, they're being bathed and showered, that they're, you know, being safe in their own home, because people want to stay in their own home as they age.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's, I'm sure, the big key is them being able to stay home in their own home and not having to go, you know, to
Skilled nursing
facility and
you
so
know.
forth, right?
I mean, there are a lot of great facilities out there. You have assisted living facilities here in Santa Clarita. We call them cruise ship on land. You know, and they are great facilities, but it depends on what the senior wants. It's their decision. So if they want to stay in their own home, they should have that option.
Okay. So we only have a minute here before we go to break, and I'm really stoked. Again, if you just tuned in to Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show, we have Miles McNamara with the Comfort Keepers in-home care, our in-home care expert, and we're going over some specifics and details of what in-home care is, how it can help you, how they're trained. I like that. We're going to go into a little bit more, so you feel a little bit more comfortable about why they're such a good choice. I mean, I didn't realize how big they are. I mean, 700 offices. There's some accountability there,
Right.
Obviously. And then we're going to talk about a great event coming up that all of you should know about, Caregiver Resource Day coming up, Saturday, May 9th at COC. So we're going to go into some great information. The other thing I wanted to go into when we come back, and this is something you really don't think about when it comes to caring for your parents or anyone else, for that matter, is the stress over between the relationship, how it can affect the relationship. And when you're trying to tell your parents what they need to do or have to do, that is stressful. And you have a way to help them with that and relieve that stress, and don't want to help you with that relationship issue, make sure it's not an issue. So make sure you tune in. Don't go away. Great information on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHGS. We'll be right back.